lovely people, Nina here. So this week I decided that I'd go through 3 new books that I got. I try to utilize the library as much as possible and to limit book buying as much as possible, and only try to shop from like local bookstores, just because an environmental standpoint. I try to get secondhand or local bookstores as much as possible. So these are local finds. Yeah. So the first one I have is Gaza Writes Back, short stories from young writers in Gaza and Palestine, which is by, this is Rafat Al-Rir, and I'm reading his other one right now, and I'm finishing it. I'm nearly done with it. I'm listening to the audiobook of it, and it's a book of like poetry and short stories, and it's really, really sad, about Palestine. And this is stories from his students written about Palestine, and I have a feeling it's also going to be very sad, but also so important to be reading and continuing to talk about Palestine, because it's just so tragic, but we can't look away. So there's this one. I was excited that the bookstore had this. So there's that one. One of the next ones I have is Out of the Darkness, and it's short stories from Sweden. It's just a bunch of Swedish short stories from different Swedish authors. And I love reading books from and like stories from other countries. One of my favorite authors is Tove Jansson. I think so I say it. And so I just think this will be really interesting. I love like Fredrik Backman, and so I figure a book on Swedish short stories would be really good. Yeah. And it's just a bunch of different authors. One of the people on the back that like reviewed it and said it was amazing was Stellan Skarsgård, so you know it's gotta be good. And then the last one I have is The Correspondent, which I don't remember if I talked about this before. I don't think I have, but I got this one recently too. This is by Virginia Evans. This is a newer one, and it's written in letter format, which I always think is really cool. And it's a story. It says, Sybil van Antwerp has throughout her life used letters to make sense of the world and her place in it. Most mornings around 10:30, Sybil sits down to write letters to her brother, her best friend, the president of the university, who will not allow her to audit a class she desperately wants to take, to Joan Didion and Larry McCurdy, to tell them what she thinks of their latest books. So that's this one. It's written in letter format, and it just sounded really good, and I've heard really good reviews. So these are the 3 new books that I have. Let me know down below if you have read them or have wanted to read them, or what have you. So yeah. Let me know what you're reading in the comments down below. I would love to know that if you have any reading suggestions. And yeah, that is all for this week's video. I love you all. As always, free Palestine, and I will see you next week. Bye!